Now here's something that only happens in the land of the free, home of the brave. So idiotic of the government, it can only happen in one place. Third world country, you ask? No. The supposed first world of first world countries. USA. How the federal government just shot itself in the foot and lost out on approximately $3 billion in revenue. This was from that sovereignman.com, Simon Black or whatever. What is the dumbest thing you can possibly imagine your government doing? It's a serious question. Think about it for a moment. Now, whatever you come up with, I'm about to present an option that will probably blow it out of the water. This morning, pharmaceutical mega companies Pfizer and Allergan announced that they were bowing to U.S. government pressure and terminating their $160 billion merger that was announced a few months ago. Big deal, right? Who cares whether a couple of drug companies merge? I'll explain, because this is really incredible. Pfizer is based in the United States, where the corporate tax rate is one of the highest in the world at 35%. Allergan is based in Ireland, where the corporate tax rate is a mere 12.5% and can be as low as 10% for companies engaged in manufacturing. So the plan was simple. The two companies would merge together and maintain Allergan's headquarters in Dublin. That way, the new corporation would be subject to the low Irish tax rate rather than the high U.S. tax rate. It was a great move for shareholders. Every tax dollar that the company saves is an extra dollar that can be reinvested for growth or returned to stockholders to spend or save as they see fit. Those stockholders include countless individual investors as well as large mutual funds that manage the savings of millions of people. All of those shareholders were set to benefit from the merger. But the U.S. government didn't like the idea. They want all the money for themselves. So 2 days ago, the Treasury Department decided to squash the deal. There were no laws passed. Congress didn't have a debate or propose any new legislation. There were not any courts involved. There was no judge, jury, or legal pleading. The Obama administration simply set aside the law and changed the rules in its sole discretion to force the deal to break down. It was an extraordinary example of how the rule of law counts for absolutely nothing in the land of free anymore. They ignore their own laws whenever they want in order to be able to do whatever they want. This is banana republic stuff. But to add injury to insult, aside from the offense to freedom and general stability, it was also a financially destructive thing for them to do. Look at Allergan, one of the two companies involved in the merger. Even though Allergan is headquartered in Ireland, it still does owe some U.S. tax. Remember, these are large multinational companies that end up paying tax in dozens of countries around the world. Allergan's actual U.S. tax bill has averaged about $290 million per year over the last 5 years, which is about $50 million more than Pfizer pays in U.S. tax. $290 million might sound like a lot of money, but in reality, it's only paid for about 6 hours and 18 minutes worth of interest on the U.S. federal debt last year. So this is really a trivial sum for a government that burns through cash like a drunken sailor. But consider just one of the consequences of the deal getting squashed. Allergan's stock, traded on the New York Stock Exchange, plummeted. According to the Financial Times, over $20 billion worth of shareholder value was wiped away in just minutes. And I wonder if any of the Treasury's banking buddies knew this, since they are one and the same, and shorted some of that stock to make money hand over fist. And wouldn't it be amazing? U.S. Treasury, a week later, backs down. You guys want to merge? Go ahead. Stocks rally. And they're on the other side of that bet. You know, in other words, they are now betting that the market's going to go up rather than betting it's going to go down. You know, you can almost see this. Again, this wouldn't even be for the United States, it would be for the bankers. Now, before the Bernie Sanders crowd cheers that evil capitalists have been served their just desserts, think about the implications. Income tax is not the only tax in the land of the free. The U.S. government also taxes capital gains, like the tax you pay on gains when you sell an investment or for more than it cost you. Capital gains tax rates in the U.S. are as high as 20%, not including the 3.8% Obamacare surcharge. Let's assume a more conservative federal capital gains tax of 15%. This means that since the U.S. government wiped out $20 billion in market value from Allergen, there's $20 billion less in capital gains available for them to tax. In other words, the U.S. government just cost itself $3 billion in potential tax revenue. 15% times $20 billion. Incredible. For a government that seems so bent on getting every dollar they can, you'd think they would have done anything and everything to support the merger. After all, it would have meant much more capital gain tax. But no, they still haven't figured out that when the corporations arrange their tax affairs in a way that's in the best interest of shareholders, everyone can win. Instead, they did something astonishingly short-sighted. They cost themselves billions in capital gains tax for the sake of a few $100 million in income tax. And most importantly, they left absolutely no doubt that the rule of law in the land of the free amounts to absolutely nothing. It would be pretty hard to come up with something dumber than that. Until tomorrow, Simon Black, sovereignman.com. It really is true. It really is true. We are a banana republic. It is absolutely official. Of course, it's been official for a while now. I'll go ahead and say that. But my mind instantly doesn't go to the government's just incompetent and the Treasury made a stupid decision. My mind goes to where it always goes, because that's where I always see every time something happens. Fraud. Insider trading, trading and whatnot. So to me, I think the club told the Treasury, their club member who runs it, cancel the deal so that the stocks plummet. They'll plummet more than they'll go up because everyone's expecting the merger to go through. We're going to throw them a curveball. You're not going to let it go through. Stock's going to plummet. We're going to short those stocks. We're going to make a killing. You got it, boss. That's what I think happened. Why? Because that's what I always see happening after the fact. It's not so much as an incompetent decision. It is a cold, calculated decision every single time. And it always revolves around the banksters. Always. Why else would the Treasury not let this merger happen? Again, the stocks of those companies would have rallied, people would have made money, you would have collected more tax, one way or the other, as the U.S. Treasury. Everything about the deal appeared to be positive for everyone involved, including taxpayers and their government. But what happened? The opposite. What we didn't expect to happen, which is why the club was behind it. And they shorted the hell out of those shares with leverage, guaranteed, so they could make an absolute killing. As that company, not just the company, but the shareholders just lost $20 billion. And as I always say, Greg Manarino used to say this, money does not disappear, it gets transferred. It does not disappear. So that $20 billion didn't disappear. I will guarantee you someone made some good calls by shorting that stock and made a fortune. And you probably don't have to look any further, once again, than the banksters, the club. Which is why Lindsey Williams has said it for so long, and I've said it for so long. Don't play the game. If you play the paper game, you can get burned. And I also want to mention how many so-called traders, normal people, not elite, just trading stocks and whatnot, think I'm a smart dude, I got this figured out. How many do you think were betting or even bought some of those shares expecting them to go up even higher, only to find out unexpectedly, the Treasury Department stepped in unexpectedly and canceled the merger. No spokesperson from the Treasury could be contacted for comment. And all your betting, your superior trading knowledge, just blew up in your face. Heads they win, tails you lose. The only thing that will save you is precious metals in your possession. You want to play the paper game with precious metals? The second they knock it down, margin call, you lose your contract, your money's gone. Now do that again with you physically owning it. Oh, I bought at $16. They knocked it down to $15, a whole dollar. Wow, just lost a ton of money. Oh, wait, no, I didn't. No, I didn't. Because the same amount of silver I bought at $16 is still in my safe. Look, hang on, let me go count it. Yep, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, it's all there. But the price went down $1. Didn't you lose it all? No, I didn't play the paper game. It's still there. Oh, never mind. It's back up to $16 again. But if that happens when you have a paper contract out, you can't call your broker back and say, hey, it got knocked down from 16 to 15. My account, it blew past my stops, and apparently you guys sold off my account. But it just went right back up. It went right back up. Yeah, sorry, sir. This is a live thing. If it goes down, it goes right back up immediately. Even then, it's all computerized. It's going to trigger your stops, and if we don't have any buyers at that point, it'll keep going until we have a buyer. And in your case, JSTEM4 in 2008, it was at $21 or $20 somewhere around there. Went down to 17. You lost like $3,500. Thank God I was only using a mini futures contract back then. And that was the day of awakening. Aha. That's how they clean everybody out. What did I do? I got something you guys can't screw with. Physical gold and silver. Well, in my case, silver. I don't mess with gold. I used to, but I cashed it in and got silver. That's the only way. That's their Achilles heel, right? Their Achilles tendon. Physical precious metals. They can rig the price all they want with the paper. And you know what? I keep telling them, JP Morgan, Club, please do it more. Go lower. You're a big shot. Go lower. Show us how much of a big shot you are. Go to $10 an ounce for silver. Go to 8. How about 5 or 4? I dare you. I triple dog dare you. They know it would be suicide because the amount of people that would go out and buy at those prices would absolutely break the system almost instantly. So as I've said a few times, it's a double-edged sword. They lower the prices, people go out and buy. If they raise the prices, people see a trend. Oh my God, it's rising again. I got to get in on this price movement action. People are going to buy. But people are also waking up and realizing, man, this really is rigged. Just like when they rigged the price from the London fix, 85 cents lower than the spot price was showing, so that some transactions could take place, and then it went back up. So as I said, imagine if you were the producer of, in other words, the miner, and you're using the age-old, 100-year-old London precious metal fix, solid standards, and people there that run that organization are solid, trustworthy, honorable. Except for today, that price was 84 cents lower than it was. No, it wasn't. The spot price never even changed. What the hell is going on here? I just lost millions of dollars on this big transaction. What the hell? Sorry, you guys agreed that to use the London fix, precious metal fix, the silver fix. You agreed. And if we set the fix lower for any reason we want to, you just have to accept it. So they shot themselves in the foot. And I said then, I think I know why they did it, because there were some derivatives contracts that were about to explode and cause massive losses of unprecedented amounts. So the club said, we have to do this. We know it's going to cause some kickback that's not good. but we have to do this in order to save some of our club members. So we're dropping the price down today. And they did, and a lot of people got pissed, and a lot of people said we're not using that anymore. And now you got the Shanghai exchange, gold exchange, whatever it is, coming up. This new exchange, whatever, and going live in, I believe, Shanghai, I guess. But anyways, mid-April, I think that exchange comes online. I mean, it's almost mid-April. We're getting there. I think it's the 15th or 16th. So remains to be seen if anything happens with that. But you also have Andrew Maguire's, and I wonder if that's the one that was coming online. I could have swore Andrews and another one was coming online, two different exchanges. But at any rate, people have had enough of the COMEX, the London bullion market, all that crap. The London fix, they want something else. And China is already in position to say, hey, we're that something else. Matter of fact, we already got it going right now. We're about to turn it on and go live. China is about to pull a Bill O'Reilly. Do it live. Freaking thing sucks. Take care.